Program Bachelor of Science, 3rd year, subject Botany, the 6th semester, course code BOD105, course title Nursery and Gardening. This is Unit 7, Kitchen Garden, and in this module, we will be seeing the study of cultivation of different vegetables, Knol, sweet potatoes, cucurbits, tomatoes, and carrots. I am Ms. Marina Janice Rodriguez, Assistant Professor in Khol College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, Novain, Goa. In this module, we will be covering up the cultivation of Knol, sweet potatoes, cucurbits, tomatoes, and carrots. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the cultivation methods of Knol, sweet potatoes, cucurbits, tomatoes, and carrots. You will also be able to state the nutritional benefits of these vegetables. Cultivation of Knol. The botanical name is Brassica oleracea, variety Gongyloides, belonging to family Brassicaceae. Knol is a cool season biennial crop, which is cultivated for its edible knob, which is the swollen portion above the ground, as you can see in the picture. It is one of the lesser known vegetables, which is also referred to as kohlrabi. It contains a good amount of dietary fiber, proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, and vitamins. For the cultivation of Knol, the land is prepared to a fine till by ploughing, followed by harrowing. Well-decomposed farmyard manure is incorporated at the time of land preparation. About 15 gram seeds per 100 square meters are sown on a raised bed in the month of November and March. The seedlings, which have germinated, are then ready to transplant in the field after a month of sowing in the nursery. Knol seedlings are transplanted at a closer spacing, that is 25 by 25 centimeters, 25 by 30 centimeters, or 30 to 45 centimeters. This is because it has been observed that if the Knol seedlings are transplanted close to one another, they grow better and give a good harvest as compared to those seedlings transplanted at a greater distance. Farmyard manure should be applied after 1 month of transplanting and at the time of the knob formation. Cultivation of sweet potatoes. The botanical name is Ipomia batatas, belonging to family Convolvulaceae. The sweet potato has a large, starchy and sweet-tasting nutritious tubers. The sweet potato plant is a branching, creeping vine with enlarged roots. The enlarged roots are actually the tubers which act as the energy store for the plant. Sweet potatoes are rich sources of healthy lipids, fats, proteins, vitamins, and also a good amount of dietary fibers. Sweet potatoes can be grown from clippings or from the cuttings or slips which are raised from the tubers itself. It requires well-tilled, manured soil and can grow in full sunlight or in partial shade. Sweet potatoes grow best in sandy, loamy soil. Irrigation is done before planting. Later, again on the 3rd day of planting, and thereafter regular watering is required. Watering should be stopped at least 1 week before the harvest. The sweet potato vine spreads horizontally, giving rise to roots at the end of the nodes, which come in contact with the soil. These roots then later develop into tubers which are harvested as sweet potatoes. It takes about 3 to 4 months for the sweet potato to reach the harvesting stage. Cultivation of cucurbits. It includes the botanical family Cucurbitaceae. Cucurbits belong to family Cucurbitaceae and includes all our gourds and melons. They are herbaceous, tendril-bearing vines that are adapted to warm climates. Cucurbits are a good source of dietary fiber, antioxidants, and polyphenols. The commonly grown cucurbits include pumpkin, known as dudi, cucumbers, tushi, snake gourds, podvoli, ridge gourds, gosari, bitter gourds, karati, bottle gourds, konkondudi, ash gourds, kuwani, ivy gourds, tengli, and wild gourds, which are fagla. Cucurbits are grown from seeds. The monsoons are the best season to grow the cucurbits. For sowing, the soil is dug in a circle about half a meter in diameter and a good amount of farmyard manure or cow dung manure is added to the soil. The seeds are to be sown 15 centimeters apart and allowed to germinate. All cucurbits are vines. Therefore, they need to be provided with mechanical support such as any tree growing in the kitchen garden, a trellis, a wire mesh, or a fence. In Goa, we usually use bamboo trellis, and the bamboo trellis so made should be strong enough not only to support the vine but also to support the weight of the plant when the fruit is formed. The vegetables can be harvested about 50 to 60 days later. Cultivation of tomatoes. The botanical name is Solanum lycopersicum, belonging to family Solanaceae. Tomato is the best known source of lycopene, which is the main compound responsible for the bright red color of a ripe tomato and tomato products. Apart from lycopene, tomatoes also provide with minerals and a good amount of vitamin C. Tomato seeds are sown in raised seed beds to protect from ants. They germinate in about 4 to 6 days. After germination, the seedlings are transplanted to well-manured beds when they grow up to at least 10 to 12 centimeters tall. The plants are to be planted at a distance of 40 centimeters apart in rows that are spaced from 50 centimeters from one another. The ground before transplanting should be well prepared with farmyard manure. The tomato plant is slender. That is why it requires staking. Regular tilling near the plant is also essential. Keeping the ground moist is required. Further, manuring can be done at intervals of about 2 to 3 weeks before the fruit sets. Tomatoes can be ready for harvest in about 45 to 60 days from the time of transplanting, depending on the variety. Cultivation of carrots. Botanical name Daucus carota, belonging to family Apiaceae. The carrot plant is an erect biennial. It is an edible root, which is actually the swollen base of the taproot and the hypocotyle. The color of the roots in cultivated types varies from white, yellow, orange yellow, light purple, deep red, or deep violet, bright red, or orange. The carrot is a cool season crop which grows best in deep, moist, loose, well-drained and light loamy soil. About 4 kg of seeds is required per hectare. The seed is sown either on raised seed beds or on ridges. If carrots are grown in planes, the space between the seeds should be about 5 centimeters. The rows should be 20 to 30 centimeters apart to facilitate better root formation. Irrigation is done in about once in 3 days. Thinning and earthing up should be done on the 30th day after planting. Farmyard manure is to be applied once again in 45 days after germination. Carrots should be ready for harvest in about 60 to 80 days after sowing seeds, again depending on the variety of seeds that are sown. The tops of the carrot roots will be about 3/4 to 1 inch in diameter, and this is an indication that the carrot is ready for harvest. These are my references. Thank you.